Hey guys, salam, salam. That means peace. Peace be with you. It's me, Sammy. We are now going to begin a lesson. This is actually going to be a more thorough understanding of pronouns. We already went over pronouns, but very quickly, I found another page in here that I forgot about, which actually goes into them more thoroughly. And that's what I feel we should go over before continuing with other lessons. So you'll enjoy it. It won't be boring. There's actually some really good information. We're using the Essential Guide to Tigrigna, the language of Eritrea and Tigray, Ethiopia, by Mr. Andrew Tadros and Mr. Abraham Takhlu. So before anything, I begin in the name of God, the compassionate, the merciful. I praise and I glorify him as he ought to be praised and glorified. So, in Tigrigna, like perhaps any language, there's what's called pronouns, subject pronouns. Let's see what the authors have to say. Subject pronouns are words that take the place of a subject in a sentence. For example, he replaces Samuel in Samuel went to the park, or Samuel. Samuel is Samuel, pronounced in Tigrigna and Amharic. He replaces Samuel in Samuel went to the park. The following table shows Tigrigna subject pronouns. Similar to English, these are used to describe the subject of the sentence, i.e., he went to the park. When speaking Tigrigna, it is not always necessary to say the pronoun since the conjugated verb has prefixes and suffixes that indicate the subject-verb agreement. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Okay? By the way, I don't mind being called Samuel. Samuel is one of I'm a Muslim. Samuel is one of our prophets. Very, very interesting story he has. He's mentioned in the Quran indirectly. So, when translating it, one uses the pronoun. When translating it, one uses the pronoun and verb agreement that is equivalent to him or her. There is no known rule why particular objects are considered. I know there's a typo. There is no known rule why particular objects are considered feminine or masculine. So there's no way you could really tell if something is masculine or feminine in Tigrigna. For example, a car is usually feminine. A ball is feminine. And a chair is masculine. All the objects are use the pronoun it as a subject. They use it as a subject. Therefore, in Tigrigna, I liked the red car would be written as Ita qayyah makina fatiyeh. So, Ita qayyah makina fatiyeh. That literally says the red car I liked. The red car I liked. We didn't learn, if you guys are like, wait a second, where did ita come from? Qayyah, we haven't gone over those yet. We have not gone over them yet. We haven't gone over them yet. We will, but we haven't gone over them yet. Qayyah is a feminine for red. Makina means car. Fatiya is a conjugated way of saying I like. So the word ita is equivalent to the and indicates it is a feminine object. We're going to learn about these the demonstrative pronouns. We're going to learn about them. Don't worry. So the article, which is in Tigrigna, there I wouldn't say there's something called an article, in that there would be, for example, a chapter here titled the article. There could be a chapter titled the article, but Tigrigna uses the word ita, which actually means that. It could also mean the. Ita could also mean the. Could also be the article. You know how in English we say the red car. the red table. In Tigrigna, we use this, which is also a demonstrative pronoun. You'll see what we're talking about with examples. Don't worry. So the word ita is equivalent to the and indicates it is a feminine object. As a beginner, you can get away with mistakes on gender of random objects. However, it's advisable to address people using their correct gender indicators. So call people using their right genders. In Tigrigna, as best as you can, in Tigrigna, there are 4 different ways to say you. Because there are male and female forms of the pronoun depending on whom you address. As well, there are respect forms that you reserve for speaking politely to elderly or persons of stature. So people of, certain respect, maybe religious people, people who hold a certain, stature. In addition, there are male-female versions of the pronoun they. Okay, there are male-female versions of the pronoun they. When speaking Tigrigna, a beginner might not use the correct form between the informal and polite form meaning the respect form, or the male and female form, but attempts to use the correct pronoun form are always appreciated. To use the correct pronoun form. In the beginning, just focus on getting gender right. Then as you advance, you can use the respect forms. So if anyone says, hey, why didn't you address me in a respectful way? Say, I'm sorry, I'm just a beginner. Then they'll let you go. Anyway, so note the following abbreviations that are used for gender throughout this book. Note the following abbreviations that are used for gender throughout the book. M is male singular. F is female singular. M/F is both male and female. M with PL, male plural. F, PL is female plural. Okay? So let's get to it. What are we talking about here? Well, I, ane. You, nisakha, to a male. You, feminine, nisakhi, nisakhi. You, male plural with respect, nisakhatkum. So that's you to male plural or with respect, both. It could be used for plural, meaning you guys, you men, you males, or it could be used for mixed gender. So let's say there's a group of males and females, or it's a male and a female. You would say nisakhatkum. But if you see one elderly man, or one man of religious authority, someone who has a special respect, a special stature, you use the respectful way, which is nisakhatkum, for one man. Okay, that's what they mean by using the plural, nisakhatkum. Someone might say, but how did you say nisakhatkum? He's just one man. Yeah, but he's an elderly man, that's why. Nisakhatkum, for that's what it means. So, masculine plural / respect. Nisakhatkum. Okay? Now you, feminine plural / respect. Nisakhatkan, same idea. Nisakhatkan for a group of females, or to an elderly female, or to maybe a woman who's known for who has a high stature in the society. He, masculine, he, nissu. He with respect, nisom. Nisom. Okay? He with respect, nisom. So to say he to someone who has, someone you want to respect, you say nisom. I'm a Muslim, but even if I want to address a priest, a Christian priest, I would say nisom to refer to that man who's a priest. Nisom. She, feminine, nisa. Nisa. She with respect, nisen. Nisen. Okay, so if I knew an older lady, I would say nisen. To one person. Okay, to one person, nisen. If I knew an older spiritual lady, maybe she's an older, well-known religious woman or something, still nisen. Okay, someone who has a high stature, someone who's well respected in the society. We and us, nihna. We and us, nihna. They, feminine plural, just regular. informal. To your friends. They, feminine plural, nisa'aten. Nisa'aten. Okay? They, masculine plural, nisa'atom. That's to your buddies, to your friends. You just say nisa'atom. You can do that. Okay? So that's the difference. So the respectful way, or so you could see that they, so they, feminine plural, nisa'aten, they, masculine plural, nisa'atom. Okay? All right. And then we have it. So here's it, because it applies. It applies to this pronoun business. Feminine/male. To an object. It we use to refer to objects, right? So it would be the male, the feminine is, he didn't include the masculine. So the masculine would be iti. Iti. We're going to go over it though, don't worry. In the when we get to the demonstratives, they're just on this page, next page. But he didn't include the they didn't include the masculine, but actually they did. Forgive me, they did. Sorry, authors, and sorry, viewers. They did include it. The feminine just came first. Sorry, I got used to the men coming first. I was reintroduced to ladies first. Forgive me, guys. So it, feminine, itia. That's how you would say. You would refer to it. Itia, the. Okay, the feminine. Masculine is itui. So itui is, and here you could see itia for feminine, and then masculine itui. Itui, I believe, by the way, is used in Tigray, which is fine. Itui still works. The other way is iti. Iti. We're going to learn that, don't worry. But itui, keep it in your knowledge. Itui still exists. Okay, so if you happen to be somewhere around, I believe, Aksum, you might, Aksum or Adwa, you might hear people say itui. So don't be like, what are you talking about? I mean, you could say what are you talking about, but what I'm saying is that you're learning here. This is I believe, the Tigrayan way. But we will learn the other word, which is iti. So to say itia is the same in the other dialects, in my understanding. Itui is also iti. For here, let's just stick to itui. Okay, let's stick to itui. We're going to go over the other way, but let's just stick to itui. Okay, guys? All right, so let's go to the, let's wrap up this particular lesson. Okay. I want you guys to see. So for the sake of simplicity, not all forms are shown for each grammar example. Verbs that end with ka or kha. Verbs that end with ka or kha are intended for speaking to a male, singular. If you want to convert the phrase for speaking to a female, singular, simply make the suffix khi or ki. You see, the difference is ka, kha. For males, it's ka and kha. And then for females, it's khi and ki. For what is feminine, khi and ki. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. For a plural or older man, use kum, khum. Okay, kum, khum. The plural is used. Kum and khum for males. And for a plural or older woman, use kun or khun. Okay, remembering these suffixes gives you many clues to who is being spoken to or about. There is no difference between kha and ka or khi and ki other than pronunciation. They both mean feminine, okay? They're both feminine. The difference in spelling just represents regional variation, okay? So don't let that, get you guys confused. That's going to be our lesson. Next lesson we go, I believe, will be the demonstrative pronouns. I will look through the book. I wanted to go through the demonstrative pronouns, but I'm going to give it I'm going to triple check and just make sure that there's nothing else that needs to be gone over. And we will talk when we see each other next time. Thanks for watching. This is the book. You can find it on Amazon. I advise that you get it. I know I say this all the time because I stress that you get the book. This is the book, The Essential Guide to Tigrigna, the Language of Eritrea and Tigray, Ethiopia. Written by Mr. Andrew Tadros and Mr. Abraham Techlu. Okay, guys, until next time, keep safe, be well. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace be with you.